We're gathered here today to mourn the loss of our most beloved member of After School Arcade. Everybody, please come together to say thanks for knowing our wonderful Luke. Luke was a good man. He bled out of his butt a little bit, but that didn't make him any less of a man.
So true.
Did you know that 1 in 5 people have to deal with colitis at one point in their lives?
I didn't even finish that one.
Oh man, I love how it turned into a fucking ad.
Three, 2, 1. Welcome to Credit Zero.
Don't everyone jump at once.
Welcome to Credit Zero, everybody. This is the podcast of After School Arcade.
Yay!
And we have, for you ladies and gentlemen and everybody else...
And non-binary friends, you fuck. Ladies and gentlemen and the fucking freaks out there, my name's
I did
Drew.
not call them freaks.
No, you just call them everybody else. Hi, my name is Tweet, aka Paul. And this episode, if you're watching it on YouTube, I actually made the humans look human. They don't look like Psychonauts characters anymore. And Luke's is the most appropriate because he's no longer with us.
He's in memoriam.
Yes. Oh, and hey, I'm Daryl. The third part of this podcast, and maybe we should come clean now. You know,
We didn't kill Luke.
he's not dead.
He's not
It
dead.
wasn't our fault.
No, it was his housemate's fault, but it's not ours.
Yeah, he's under some COVID protocol right now. He's figuring things out. He's getting tests. He's waiting for tests to come back. But sure enough, he'll be back with us.
Yeah. We're gonna have some sort of like situations happening soon. But for now, welcome to the fucking year of 2021. Can you believe that 2020 went across so quickly and like deadly?
What?
It's dead. It was dead. 2020 felt dead to me. Is what
Okay.
I'm trying to say.
Okay, it was deadly. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? That's true. Fine.
It was both of those things.
It was both dead and deadly. A very good combo. Did you guys at least enjoy your Christmas?
Yeah, my Christmas was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
where
Wow,
I was
really
going with
fucking...
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
My Christmas was very. Like,
It felt like nothing, yeah? It didn't
Yeah.
even feel like holiday. That's what I was gonna say. I feel so fucking sorry for kids this year, because Christmas this year felt like just the passing of like, oh yeah, I guess it's Christmas. Like, I'm gonna guess like maybe 1% of the actual population felt like Christmas magic this year, you know?
Yeah. Well, hopefully there was at least, like, for those people who have, like, Christmas trees and stuff and Christmas presents under the trees, that could still happen. You just can't open them all with everybody.
Why can't you open them?
With everybody there.
Okay, so that was the hinging part of your sentence. You just
Yeah.
said, like, you can't open them with everybody. And I was like, why? Is there COVID in the presents? Merry Christmas, sweetie. I got you responsibility.
This present this year will change your life.
And then it'll end it.
Oh.
We love you, Luke. Anyway.
No, but it is true. Our Christmas has been sort of a little bit different this year for obvious reasons. But it was strange, you know, because during whatever it was, Thanksgiving.
I'm leaning in because you said you'd lean in, and I was trying to tell you without being a dick about it.
Yeah.
Wow, way to nail it on the head there.
Yeah. So yeah, like this Thanksgiving, there was still it was still
Thanks.
available.
Oh, what?
Like you could still. We gave thanks.
Yeah?
We gave thanks and
Yeah?
we took it. We took more thanks than we gave, and that was the problem.
Dude, that was like almost poetic. That was nice.
Yeah.
Give us some more of that shit. Hold on, I'll start and you finish, okay?
Oh,
When the wind blows.
the snow comes into your house.
All right, that was more factual and less. All right, Drew, give it
Some
one.
things that are literal can also be metaphors.
That was nice.
Oh,
Go.
that was a good one.
Okay, I guess that was a full
No,
sentence.
that was the beginning. Some things that are literal can also be metaphors.
Ding, my little triangle thing. All right, Daryl, show him up. Show him up with that.
like the things that are physical in this world are only physical in your mind.
Ding. What's one that this is like completely unrelated to like actual philosophy, but it might sound deep out of context. This is one I was talking with a friend. Either something, if something has criteria, it's either a priority knowledge, which means it exists whether we interpret it or not. So like how like, for example, trees exist.
Yeah.
That's a priority knowledge. But like this video game was bad, that's not a priority knowledge.
Right. So like fact versus opinion.
Similar
to that.
Similar to that, but yeah, like more like concrete. If something has criteria, it's either a priority knowledge or it's inherently hierarchical. How's that? You guys are giving me blank fucking expressions.
You went into so many fancy words there. I mean, like, I know what all of them mean individually, but you're gonna have to let me sit with that for a second.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you one. Ding.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I wanted was a
Sounded like
ding.
it hurt. Anyway, yeah, Christmas was like whatever. It was like a very small event, and it had to be. There's no way it could have been anything bigger. And I tried. My dad is very like, we need to be joyful, like around Christmas time.
Ho, ho.
Yeah, no, he's like Santa, but
Are
like,
you happy?
You better be, or Santa's gonna whoop your ass.
Santa will give you the cane.
Come over here, boy.
And then he gives you a copy of Citizen Kane, and it has like a hardcore porn scene in the middle, like it's one of those VCRs that your parents tape over.
Oh, do your parents taped over your copy of Citizen Kane?
Yes, and they ruined it. It was right in the newspaper company scene. I have not seen Citizen Kane for over a decade. My dad is just sort of like grumpy around like Christmas accidentally because he wants to be so damn joyful. My strongest memory... Okay, so I'm a very workaholic type of person. Like, I don't care if it's fucking Christmas. It's a Tuesday for me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my parents were clearly like bummed out, so I went with my parents and I had Christmas at their place and stuff like that. Okay. And I stayed with them for like 2 full days and like hung out around them and stuff like that. And not only my parents, the type of centrists that were like, they showed me, I think on Christmas, the first thing that happened when I went down and started to spend the day with them is that they showed me a Joe Biden themed Christmas video. And when I didn't laugh, they asked me, "Oh, do you not get it?" That's like the type
classic
of like,
comedy, Paul.
Oh, it was like SNL, CNN, all the acronyms. Just a bunch of like centrist, I want to get involved in politics, but I don't want to have any actual new radical opinions shit. And it was bothering me so fucking much. And I'm hitting myself on the knee that caused me to like go...
You're your own knee doctor.
Yeah, my own knee doctor. Here comes the knee doctor. That's a nice one, etc., etc. And yeah, that was the first thing that happened. And then like I started decorating the living room just to like... I don't know, I was just like, oh man, Dad seems bummed that there's not a lot of Christmas cheer because COVID and shit like that. I know, I'll decorate the living room where the tree is and stuff like that. And while I was in the living room, I could hear him from the kitchen complaining to my mom that like, Paul isn't even trying this year. And I was like, oh! I almost wanted to be like, hey, I'm setting up the creche, you fucking asshole!
What have you done?
Yeah! Entitled boomer! I get to swing that shit around on him. Anyway, yeah, it didn't feel like Christmas this year, and I feel bad for kids, because that's like us as adults, so maybe inherently it feels a little bit less like Christmas, but there's gonna be kids that are just like, but Christmas is magic, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're young enough and they don't like have a perfect idea of what Christmas is supposed to be, it's probably fine, because they don't really know the difference.
Yeah, if they're like 2, you could point and laugh at your kid. You could call them little baby man the entire Christmas.
But
he
if
won't
they're like
remember.
12...
Yeah.
Then...
If they're 12, they're gonna remember shit.
A 2-year-old can respond to you.
What will he say?
A 2-year-old understands language.
Yeah? Will he understand the subtext of calling him a little baby man, though?
I don't know, but if you point at him and with the face that you just had,
yeah,
a very
little
condescending
baby man.
Little baby.
It wasn't condescending.
Oh, your finger was very much like you were below me.
Literally, he's 2. I have to point down to even point at him. I'm not
down.
pointing up in the air.
You look down.
I'm looking in his eyes, motherfucker. He's short. He's 2.
And you didn't bring yourself down to his level. You're a very bad parent.
Oh, what do you want me to do? Hey, little baby man, how's it going? And of course I'm a bad parent. I'm not a parent.
Good.
I don't want to be a parent, apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, don't count yourself out. You got some work to do.
All right.
It doesn't mean you can't be.
I feel like
on 3, number 1 thing you should do with your kid, right? I'll wait until you finish drinking. Now I'm giving you more time to think. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Go
Sanitize him. Okay, let's break down all of our answers. What did you say?
To go skiing.
Go skiing. Number
Your
one
kid.
thing.
With your 2-year-old.
Number one thing you do with your baby.
You
like,
put
he's
them on a
out of the womb.
snowboard and just push them.
No,
Your baby, she's out of the
You
womb.
go skiing on your own, but you carry them in a swaddle or whatever it is.
I think that's
Like
a
fucking Death Stranding, you just carry her in like one of those little orange bottles.
Oh no.
Not in a bottle, but like swaddled against
What if you get thirsty?
you. don't drink your baby. I don't know. What,
I think
what
you
is
can.
up with you, man? This
all
is
right.
not.
Go ahead,
There's
Daryl. What
snow
did you
around
say?
you. You can just drink the snow. Did you just call me Daryl again?
I meant Drew.
You've been doing that a lot today.
I have.
I said love them.
I have prosopagnosia. You all look the same to me. Oh, sorry. Is that a big word again?
Yeah.
It is actually.
Prosopagnosia is a medical condition where you can't remember faces.
I can't remember names. What's that?
Being forgetful.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a dictionary. I just happen to know prosopagnosia. Anyway, you said love them?
Yeah, like
Next.
there's other shit that you should do, but like that's pretty important.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
And so, Paul, what was yours?
Sanitize them. I'm thinking like first thing out of the womb. Actually, that might like make them more susceptible to disease and stuff like that. Because apparently babies born via C-section aren't like as good at autoimmune shit. Because they like don't have like the necessary bacteria that was covering them when they were like in the womb coming out or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's a bad thing to sanitize them when they freshly come out. Yeah, you're right. I'm a bad dad.
I think they'd be clean if they came out, even if they were.
They're covered in
surrounded-
blood. They were inside the mother
Yeah, but I mean,
or the parent.
what do you think they were dirty as soon as they came out?
I don't think they're dirty as soon as they came out. I think they dirty coming.
Sin.
Oh, is that what we're doing? We're doing a Thomas Hobbes versus Immanuel Kant debate?
Babies, are they born pure or are they born in sin, aka blood?
I'm gonna argue for Kant. I'm gonna say that babies are born inherently good and learn bad behavior. Vygotsky, baby. Child psychologist.
Good.
What do you think?
No, I think.
Are you Piaget?
I don't think there's. Yeah, I am Piaget.
Yeah.
I am. I do think. Yeah, with all the Piaget things.
Piaget. do you know what I'm talking about?
He's a famous developmental psychologist.
Yeah.
But,
What I love
I
about
don't
him
really
is
think
that he's the only human being in history where child psychologist has two meanings because he published his first paper when he was 13.
So he was a child psychologist,
And now he's
he
a
is
child-
a child psychologist.
Well, not now, he's dead, but
Well, okay.
he was when he was older.
He was and he was.
Yeah, he became a child psychologist twice. But it's just like child psychologist and child psychologist, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Psychologist. All right, so fine, you don't sanitize your baby when you come out. Next. I'm sorry.
Well, we're learning. This is good though.
Is this the learning podcast?
Some fellow people that are looking to breed you that are listening to this.
Hold
podcast.
the fucking phone!
Why did you use that word?
Fellow people who are looking to breed me.
Yes, if they're listening to this podcast, this is a perfect way to sort of explain your case as to why you are a suitable candidate, if that were, in fact, something that
Are you
wanted
trying to get Paul laid?
I'm not sure if, first of all, I'm not sure if I need your help. And second of all, I'm not sure, like, there are people that want to, like, do stuff with me. I don't think anyone on Earth wants to breed me right now. Like, even if they were, like, really fucking into me, it was like, yeah, I want you to come inside me, they're probably also like, and I want to get Plan B tomorrow because your kids would be nuts. Like, I feel like I have bad stock. You know what
I
I'm
mean, there
saying?
is the line like "have my babies." You don't think anybody's gonna scream that at you?
In jest, maybe? I don't think, like, me as my 25-year-old self...
Just my babies?
Well, no,
Is that what you mean by have my babies?
IN space JEST, my friend. I think that people don't actually want to have kids with me because while I'm a freelancer and I do make money, I'm currently unemployed. We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. I'm not sure if I have a good view of kids. I don't think I've ever said this on the podcast. I don't want to delve into why, but I do want to emphasize that it's reversible. I am currently infertile. Do you remember early on in the podcast when we were talking about infertility versus impotence, and Drew said, either way, your pee-pee don't work? I held my fucking tongue like a boss!
No kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude,
Yeah.
I deserve such a clap back for that.
Thank you. Yeah, golf clap?
Yeah,
golf clap.
I did such a good job. Thank you. I'd like to.
I meant a golf clap from me for not fucking chewing you out, you piece of shit. Anyway, thank you for golf clapping for me, Daryl. The only other person who clapped for me was my fucking self. We addressed that Luke isn't here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making...
Fair. I feel
had
like
this-
if we hadn't addressed it, they'd have figured it out by now.
I had this, like, weird... Oh, my God. moment where, for some
What if they
reason-
don't know?
Yeah, I forgot the cold opening. Yeah, Luke is staying at home because he had a housemate scare. He was unsure if he has COVID, so we decided to play it safe. He got a COVID test today. He should have, well, not he should have. His housemate should have gotten one fucking like 2 full days ago. But she was just like, oh man, never mind. And that's the story. Fuck! How's it going? I shouldn't say your name. Bleep that out. Anyway. Thank you. Yeah.
Use that to bleep.
No, I'm gonna use Daryl's fuck! Because I haven't been able to use it yet.
Hey, fuck!
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds so much more mean, but whatever, it's fine.
I don't harbor any resentment. I was annoyed at the time because, like, I don't know, I'm just annoyed whenever, like, there is negligence on anything, but, like, that's something that comes and goes so fucking quickly with me. Not to
It's
divert...
like a slight inconvenience for now, and then...
Yeah, not to divert the conversation entirely, but on the topic of grudges, right? I used to think, like, I don't hold a grudge whatsoever. And then, like, there are some people that are like, you hold everything against me. And it forced me to reevaluate myself. It's like, oh, have I changed? Do I hold grudges incredibly? And I realized neither one is fucking true. I simultaneously never hold grudges and am the biggest grudge holder in the fucking world. And it's if I think that behavior is going to be repeated in an attempt to hurt me. So if someone, like, did something, like, really insensitive and dickish, but it's not a part of their overall nature... I will just, like, I'll go like, you fucking idiot in the moment and, like, immediately forget it and just go like, no, I don't give a shit.
Right.
I think I've probably done that to, like, both of you in this
Probably,
room.
in like small snapshots.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially when it comes to, like, I don't know, stuff related to the podcast where it's like, oh, I didn't get this thing done. Including at myself. I'll be like, oh, come on, dude, we're trying to do this thing. And then, like, as soon as those words leave my mouth, I'm like, I don't give a shit. It won't happen next time. But on the flip side... there have been people where I genuinely would, like, to this day, bring up something they did in 2012 and go, that was fucked up and I don't trust you because of that, because I genuinely think they haven't moved on from that and then they could do it again if they think they could get away with it.
So it's less like resentment and bitterness and more like you are more cautious around that person based off what they've done.
I guess.
It's still like kind of a grudge, but it's...
My psychologist called it hypervigilance, and I think that's a fitting word.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, always, like, a weird paranoia that something bad is going to happen, and, like, if I have cause to believe it. So, yeah, I think I'm, like, simultaneously biggest grudges in the world and not grudges at all.
Hypervigilance also makes you sound like the superhero you look like in your drawing of yourself.
I didn't mean... I feel bad about that. I wanted to draw myself as, like, menacing and ugly, and, like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like... I feel like I accidentally made myself try to look cool, as opposed to, like, I don't know, everybody but Daryl. Daryl looks like the coolest out of all of us.
Yeah, he looks like an X-Men.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I feel bad that you immediately got that haircut, so it's, like, outdated, like, immediately. But
even that, it's closer to me. It's closer
oh,
to my
everything's
face.
closer to who we were than, like, my original drawings.
even if you're
they
not,
look like a
like-
child could have drawn them.
Even if you're not watching this on YouTube or listening to this on YouTube, go to one of the old podcasts and, like, in a separate tab, bring up this new one.
Yeah.
And just compare the photos.
It's like night and day.
Yeah.
It really is.
And done by the same person.
Yeah. Granted, a year apart, but yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm not an artist. I'm not a character artist at the very least. And when I did the drawings for you guys, it's because I didn't have enough money to commission someone, and I figured it. Given that you guys don't have drawing tablets, it would have been weird to ask any of you three who also don't draw, hey, come up with 4 images for us.
I am the worst at visual art. It would be like stick people. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
My mother's an artist, which is strange. You would think I would have some of those capabilities passed
Inherited
down.
it.
I should have asked your mother and, like, just gone over to your house and was like, hey, Mrs. Daryl, could you please draw
know
the thing?
his
And
last
she'd be
name.
like, sitting, she'd be lying down on her bed with a magazine, just going at me, as she did the first time we met.
Oh man, I love how that's your only memory of her.
I think that's the only time I saw her. And the only time I saw your dad was when he was, like, tinkering with his radios, and he was like, it was weird, man. He was a very sweet guy, but he seemed like scared that he didn't do enough for me. You guys set up like a cot for me that time that I stayed over to go to the Toronto Summit. You guys fucking like pulled out all the stops, and your dad was like stopping tinkering at the radio to get on his knees and go like, oh, did we suck your dick enough? And I was like, Mr. Daryl, you're fine. You did so many kind things for me.
You finally had somebody's dad approach you in that way, and you turned them down?
Yeah.
Surprising.
I want people to fuck. I don't want to fuck their dad. I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in. That'll be fun either way. How are you with grudges?
I definitely thought like when I was younger that I couldn't hold a grudge because I just had such a bad memory for it. Like I would just forget that somebody slighted me in the past. I mean, like a year later, like it's not like I'd immediately forget. Yeah. But I'd be like, oh yeah, you were shitty to me before.
You'll genuinely forget and be reminded by people?
Yeah. Or like come across it in my memories and be like, oh yeah, that happened.
What was the least cool thing I ever did to you? Do you have that stored in your memory banks?
The least cool thing you ever did to me? I don't know specifically. Something. I remember, so it was the drive to Ottawa in the truck when I did that like crazy Swerve thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just the commotion and like the radio finagling and stuff was like high stressing me out. And yeah, again, it's not like a grudge or anything, but I guess that was a slight, technically it was like an accidental one. But.
Yeah, I feel really, really bad for that trip. Not even just for like you, but also for Luke, because I remember playing an entire episode of Sleepycast where they used the R word so many goddamn times. And then Luke put on a podcast from, I think it was like Bang Boom Pow. What's it called?
Oh, yeah. Comedy Bang Bang?
Comedy Bang Bang. And 10 minutes into it, I was like, this sucks, turn it off.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, that was a dick move.
Yeah, but you do that with, like, music and stuff all the time, too. Like, it's kind of your thing.
I guess. I just have really specific tastes, and, like, I was not self-aware enough at that moment to realize I played my thing, let him play his thing.
Like, you weren't even doing it ironically.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you'd rather hear the R word 50 times rather than hear a shitty Comedy Bang Bang episode?
Yeah. I mean, Sleepycast, they're very problematic, but my god, they're funny. Like, they are, like, high-tier funny. I think I played stuff for you. Well, yeah, you were in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the difference between that and the Comedy Bang Bang, if I can... This doesn't excuse me one bit, but the one thing that I feel like will even contextualize it is that despite the whole R-word thing, almost every one of us was like having a blast to that Sleepycast thing. Mm-hmm. And I just remember listening to the opening 10 minutes of the Comedy Bang Bang thing and going, this is the most try-hard shit ever. I don't remember most of it, but I remember they were all playing characters, and one of them was like this high-pitched goblin voice, and nothing they were saying was funny, and they kept fucking talking, and it reminded me of someone that I've done improv with before, who like is a pleasant person, but I despise doing improv with them because they think they're the funniest person on the planet, and they're the least it's Luke. I'm kidding.
You were about to say my name.
What?
It's Luke.
Nah, yeah. I was cycling through who was cool to say.
Yeah.
No, it's not anybody in this room or anybody listening to this podcast.
I think part of that, like, obviously you were getting flashbacks.
Shouldn't say your last name. Yeah.
You were getting flashbacks from somebody you didn't like, so obviously that affected your enjoyment.
Yeah, totally.
But there was a certain build up to that episode of the Sleepycast podcast because you told us that story before. And then this was our chance to listen to it.
And then Luke was just giving us a cold open to, like, Comedy Bang Bang, and it happened to be
like,
shitty.
Without context.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's a very good point, actually.
So we already sort of had a connection to that story.
All right.
Our words aside.
I apologize for interrupting. Go on about grudges?
That was about it. Like, that was the highlight of my beef with you, I guess. I don't know.
You didn't have a beef with... You didn't even address me.
No, with the driving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you did the driving thing to piss me off?
No, never mind.
Do you know about the driving thing?
I remember that was being very stressful.
After you said, like, this sucks, turn it off, nobody spoke to you for the rest of that car ride. And you're like, oh, this is weird. Why isn't anybody interacting with me?
Well, yeah, I just figured it was coincidence.
I guess they all fell asleep listening to Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah, they would, anyway. Yeah, because I don't think we explained that adequately. At one point, I don't remember what it was. I was egging Drew on about something, and Drew was like, "Fine!" And like, while in a highway on the way to Ottawa, doing 120, not only did Drew turn the
most
car,
reckless thing I've ever done in my life.
I bet, yeah. Not only did Drew immediately get into another lane, he like turned the car 90 degrees to get into the next lane, and then turned it 90 degrees back. That's what it felt like.
90 degrees.
I did do a shoulder check. I did check the mirror. There was space, but I did a lane change within like a second. Like it was like extremely fast.
Yeah, I honestly thought we were gonna spin out, and fuck, it's like neck hurt for the next hour.
Yeah, in like a fucking pickup truck. It was
Edit that name out. Go on.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever done. But yeah, I was just like I was getting overwhelmed and like stressed. Not purposely egged on, but like.
It was me
in like a
around
joking,
that time. I was a dick.
It was multiple people in the car, but like yeah. And
I was a dick most of
I
my
just
life,
sort of
really.
like lashed out in such a like uncharacteristic way.
It's so funny.
And I
that
still
you
have that
lashed-
like pain in my chest when I think of it, like of like the
Pain?
guilt or like the
guilt. It was funny. It was dangerous.
The
but it was-
embarrassment rather.
Okay. Yeah, I remember everyone in the car. Not to like really make you.
Oh
relive
no,
this.
yeah, no,
Everyone in the car was like, "Drew, holy shit!"
Yeah. It was awkward after that. For sure.
Yeah, it was like awkward for the next 2 minutes, and then like I don't know, Luke put on Comedy Bang Bang, and suddenly you turning like that was the second most terrible thing that happened that day. I didn't like that episode of Comedy Bang Bang. How do you view grudges?
I like to think that I let them go, but it's not easy.
We're human, right?
It's not easy for me. I think I respond emotionally to things immediately. Like my first reaction is an emotional reaction. So like it takes a lot of sort of getting back into my head and into my own like sort of looking back into myself and seeing like how do I really feel about this? You know, is this just something that like, oh, somebody said a bad word to me and I'm just responding in the moment? Or is this something that literally like I am mad because it's this person talking to me. It's this person doing something to me, right?
What's a bad word to you? Like an ableist slur or?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
What's a bad word to you? You said someone says a bad word to me, and I'm like, oh, am I judging them? And I just want to know, like, what's your criterion for a bad word?
You know, like most.
You're right there, Drew.
Yeah, fine.
Most. Do we want to talk about that? I feel like this is something that you know it may come up again and again, and I feel like I want to explain myself here.
You're afraid.
You want to explain? All right, guys, cat's out of the bag.
Are you afraid somebody might hold a grudge against you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't hold a grudge. I'm just like reincorporating it because I found it really out of the blue and funny. I mean, I already know. I'm gonna like soften the blow by adding a tangent afterwards. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So let me set this up here. We were practicing before we got to recording.
Improv. We were practicing improv.
Yeah, and
playing tennis.
And we were playing this game where it's
called threesomes. Yeah. Fucking one person enter. I'm sorry, I'm stealing your spotlight. Go ahead.
It's fine. One person enters, they say, I'm something or other. They build something, either something part of the scene or like a person or whatever else. Next person comes in as an add-on to add to that scene. And the third person comes in, boom, you have a full quote-unquote scene with 3 elements.
So, for example, I come on and go, I'm a tree, and then I position myself as a tree and freeze.
And then I walk up and go, I'm an apple on the tree, and I position myself like an apple hanging off one of the branches.
Yeah, and then I go, oh, I'm a person sitting underneath the tree, or whatever.
And then, yeah, the person who was originally in goes like, I'm gonna keep the person under the... No, that's a bad example. I'm gonna keep the apple. And so the other 2 leave, and the apple stays on as the first one. They repeat themselves and go, I'm the apple. And then someone else comes on and is like, I'm a banana, or something like that.
Yeah. So that's what we were doing, and the 2 of them came in. One was like, I'm stonks, and then one was something else having to do with the stock market. And I went in and I said, I am a R word. Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah, all right,
I said the R word. I said it, and I said it because.
Oh, I thought you were just like, and I said it. And I was like, yeah, I know.
I said it, and I meant it. No. It was in reference to Wall Street Bets. Do you guys know this? The Wall Street Bets thing?
I've never heard that before. What's Wall Street Bets?
Wall Street Bets is a Reddit community It's a Reddit community of basically people who want to join in on a particular stock. But really, it's a bunch of internet trolls who call themselves ape men and call themselves the R word.
Okay.
So this is what it was. Explaining it fully, I was being one of these internet trolls and saying ableist slur at the same time.
All right.
I'm not proud of it, but it was accurate.
Hey, if it has context behind it, that's the difficulty with improv. Like, I remember one of my first memories of doing improv with Drew was a scene where I was trying to give a pro-feminist message and I was too on the nose and it sounded like I was giving an anti-feminist message and people booed me. That was one of my first memories of doing like improv for the public.
I got to look like a hero because I snickered at you.
Yeah, you were like, hey, stop being misogynistic. You like just threw me under the fucking bus. One of your first ever scenes with me.
I had to win back the audience.
And you did by like making me worse.
That's okay. They loved you in the other scenes.
At any rate, yeah, I think if something is like... I personally don't say the R word, which is why I say R word specifically, and also why every time someone says the R word, regardless of how I think of them as a person, I'm gonna go like, like that sort of thing.
It piques your,
Yeah, it piques my deeks. And, I don't know. And, I say the faggot word, sometimes on this podcast. And it's specifically because I want to reclaim that word and also just sort of like, I'd rather rob it of its power that other people give it, because like when people, especially, this is I don't know how a popular opinion this is, and like if someone approaches me and they say as a person, the faggot word makes me very uncomfortable, so make sure not to say the faggot word, I'm like, okay, I won't say the faggot word around you. Around you specifically as a person. But I hate the idea that like, oh, we in the LGBTQIA plus community can never say the faggot word because people outside the community say it to disparage us.
Which
like,
is the whole point of all the other reclamation words.
Yeah, that's how queer happened. I'm pretty sure. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there were two different opposing movements that started at the exact same fucking time. I also just don't like the word queer. It's been used to make fun of me more than faggot has in my entire life. Whenever it's like trying to denigrate homosexuality or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh, it's fucking queer. And also, queer has like a definition of like odd or not fitting in society. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, queer is one of the worst words you can use for the LGBTQIA community because like, it legitimately means ill-fitting in another context. Like if I was like, oh, that's a very queer bookshelf, and I'm like saying it in a non-homosexual sense, it is pointing out how non-fitting it is. And the whole point of like, I'm pretty sure we're beyond this point, but the whole point of like the past 20 years of like LGBTQIA plus representation and activism and stuff like that is to help society on a whole see they're not different, they're not ill, etc., etc.
They're not ill-fitting, they belong in the society.
They're as normal as straight people. Like, we're fighting just for that bare fucking minimum. Mm-hmm. And and meanwhile, we're like, oh, what do you use to identify yourself? Oh, I'm queer. And it's like, oh, what is... They look it up on the dictionary. Yeah, define queer. And, like, the first definition from dictionary.com is like, a fucking freak, if you ask me. It's stupid. Anyway, yeah. So I say the faggot word just because I want to reclaim it in that same sort of way. And also the word faggot is really fun and funny to say. And, like, I want to rob homophobes of its power where, like, if I'm like, man, look at that faggot TV, I'm not saying, ha, it's gay and that's bad. I'm saying, haha, this is a stupid word and that's stupid, like that over there. Like, if you really wanted to, like, make things, like, tied to their roots or tied to their origins or even tied to their fucking definition, so I guess this could even be an argument against me, we should never use the word stupid. Because that's it.
Yeah, we lose a lot of words, yeah.
Yeah, that's technically ableist.
Idiot,
you can't say,
moron, all that stuff, yeah.
Some of the most, like, prestigious, I'm not sure if prestigious is the word, but, like, diligent, like, don't say this, it's harmful things, use words that other people who say, like, that's ableist. Like, the most down-to-earth militant, don't ever do this thing to disparage minorities, you know, the type of person that's, like, says don't say the word peanut gallery because it's racist, which in my opinion is stupid. That's like saying don't say the term water fountain because it has racist overtones. Because like the peanut gallery was just like the cheaper place in the theater or the circus, and that's what black people had where they had to sit because because they could afford it. And also like some circuses only would let black people sit in the peanut gallery, and then it became a racially charged thing. But like so did water fountains. We don't say water fountain. We shouldn't say don't say peanut gallery. We should identify, hey, isn't it fucked up we made black people sit in the worst, shittiest spaces in the circus all those years. Anyway, one of those types of people, they say the word lame. And lame, like, you can imagine, like, it has ableist origins too, because, like, a lame leg or something like that. Yeah. So, like, all these different fucking words. This is not me arguing that you should say the R word in, like, casual conversation
It sounds
with your
like
grandma.
it is.
No, I'm just saying that it's a completely nuanced, like, debate.
Fair,
And that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm saying, I say the faggot word, he feels comfortable saying the R word and stuff like that, and it's because we can understand, like, the nuances behind it, and we don't, like, use it to further fucking a bad cause or something like that.
Yeah, I agree with basically all of that. The only 3 words that I avoid saying, like, by principle are R, F, and N.
F? Fuck?
Yours.
Oh.
Just because, like, you...
Yeah, the racial one, yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
You can feel free to, like, make that claim yourself.
Filipino. Yeah.
That starts with a P.
You said F.
What?
No.
Oh, wait, it does start with a P?
Doesn't it? Filipino starts with a P, right?
No, it starts with
It starts with an F?
I'm pretty sure
I'm gonna look this up. You're probably right.
The Philippines are a different place than what being Filipino is, yeah?
no, it's the same place, but they're spelled differently.
How unintelligent are, like, 2/3 of this podcast? We need Luke back! This is why Drewman's a fucking philosopher! He knows things!
Yeah,
Why? That's so dumb.
I see-
It is
Filipinos, spelled with an F, are
Yeah!
the people who are native or citizens
Oh!
of the country of the Philippines, spelled with a PH.
Tweet is
That's
correct!
so dumb.
High five, Daryl! Woo! High five, Drew! Woo! High five, Drew's mom! You can leave now.
Why is that? Okay, whatever. You know what? You can name
Boom.
yourself your whatever you want. My point is that you can say, like, you can reclaim the word, but I'm not going to take it on myself to do that.
I mean, it's part of my, like, responsibility to manage the word well. It's part of, like, the inherent obligation that, like, sadly you sign on to. Like, I hate the fact that this is true, but when you're a black person, you have more responsibility over, like, the usage of the N-word, because white people just shouldn't say it in the fucking first
but
place.
like some people will be like, oh, I'll give you like an N-word pass or whatever. Like, I'm not going to take that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take your F-word pass, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've been given, you remember the people I used to live with in Waterloo?
Yeah, the people, yeah.
I got the N-word pass from one of them, and I was like, cool, thanks. And then I never used it, because, like, why the fuck would... Not to mention, he's usually surrounded by other people. They didn't give me a fucking pass, even if I felt comfortable saying that word, which I fucking don't, by the way.
But it would have to be like one-on-one.
Yeah, it was really weird. I, like, hung out with my Hamilton friends after that, and I talked to them about this story, and one of them was like, yeah, you know what? You got a lot of black blood in you, Paul. And I don't know.
What?
Yeah, thank you. That was so fucking weird. Like, I'm not sure if, like, it's because I got along with black people and he didn't. I have no fucking clue. Maybe it's the fact that they say the N-word regardless of getting the pass or not. I don't fucking know. Either way, they were like, yeah, I can see you're the most black out of all of us. And I was like, in terms of lineage, I would highly disagree.
That's something I've never heard before, Paul. That you have black blood in you.
What, like as a phrase or about me specifically?
I mean, yeah, both, really.
Yeah. No, that is fair.
I feel like I heard that in Soul Eater once, but...
I think it's because, like, I am the least, like... How do I phrase this? I sort of own my own awkwardness to, such a performative degree, and I have the least amount of, like, weird, like, hidden-in white guilt around black people, as weird as that sounds. Like, I'm just like, hey, I'm a piece of shit. How's it going, baby? Like, that sort of thing. I'll just sort of, like, own my personality around different people, but I think that's a lot of, like... Especially in, like, the demographic that I'm in, like, university-trained white people. You gotta be trained to be white. Like, white people that went to university and didn't grow up in black neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Okay.
Where they, like... They haven't really been around a lot of black people all their life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they, like, they see a person... Like, this goes for any race that you haven't seen much of. Like, if you have never seen a Chinese person in your life, and you fly to China, you're going to behave differently than, like, a Chinese American who grew up around a lot of Chinese Americans.
Yeah, like if you don't know the culture firsthand, yeah.
And, like, my best friend growing up is black. So maybe that has something to do with it? I don't know.
So maybe that's why you have the end pass.
That's what I'm saying, like, indirectly. Like, it's a possibility that has something to do with it, but I also think, like, the N pass, the N-word pass is like the Philosopher's Stone. Those that don't think they're going to use it deserve to get it.
That's such a good analogy.
Oh, man.
I want to move away from this conversation. Is it cool if I call up Luke and, like, ask him about grudges? Wait, do you want to call Luke?
Yeah,
With your phone?
Yeah, let's do it on my phone.
Yeah, cool. We're gonna call Lukey Boy, the fourth member of this podcast.
Because despite previous Hold on, let's get some good ASMR here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yo, Luke!
You fucked it up. We were trying to get the ringtone on the mic.
Oh, damn it.
You picked up too soon.
Hang up, do it again. No, I'm kidding. How's it going, Luke?
It's going well. How are you guys?
We're alright. We talked about a lot of inappropriate shit for the past little bit. How do you feel about grudges?
Grudges?
Yeah, I was discussing how recently, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. So I talked about how, like, I thought that I am the type that doesn't hold a grudge, and then someone pointed out, like, you hold grudges against me for shit I did, like, last year, and it forced me to reevaluate myself and go, like, oh, do I hold grudges? And then I realized I don't hold grudges for, like, people where I don't think they're going to continuously use this behavior to hurt me, but if, like, someone has hurt me in the past and may do it again, I'll, like, bring up a thing they did in 2012 if that's what it takes. And in that way, I both don't hold grudges and hold a hella grudge.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Thanks, dude. Well, you can hang up now. We're good.
I am not one to hold grudges. I find being angry at people stressful and exhausting, and I try not to be unless I feel like I should.
You try not to, but do you do it anyway?
Deep inside, yeah.
How does it manifest itself? Do you find yourself going like, stop doing this thing, you always do this thing, and you think to yourself like, oh crap?
No, I more like get quiet and I'm mad and just silently. Like I internalize a lot of my anger, which is probably not healthy, but it's what I'm doing right now.
It's why are you doing it right now, Luke?
Why right now?
Yeah, why?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Who slighted you, Luke? What's going on, Luke?
Well, I was supposed to be on the podcast today, but
Oh yeah, you were. Where are you? Where are you right now?
He's in the phone.
Oh, got it. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on the podcast right now, but
Oh yeah, where are you right now?
He's in the phone.
Got it. Okay, go on.
I was supposed to be on the podcast right now.
Oh yeah, you are. Wait, where is he right now?
He's on the goddamn phone!
But there was a COVID scare at my place, and my roommate was going to go get tested, but she slipped in.
Ooh, wait, 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
And so I couldn't, and I felt like without that test, it would be irresponsible of me to show up in person.
Oh yeah, 100%. You made the right decision. It just sucks that is the decision you had to make.
Yeah. I miss you guys, though. How y'all doing?
We're all right. We talked about some heinous shit before you arrived. In fact, I think I asked to call you to specifically get off the topic that we were on because I knew you wouldn't approve. Have fun listening to this episode, by the way.
What is this? What's the heinousness?
No, we're moving on
We're moving
from
on
that.
from it, my man.
Oh, okay.
We're moving on.
Sure.
We were talking earlier about Christmas and like how it doesn't feel like Christmas this year, and I felt sorry for like all the kids that were like, where's Christmas most years, and they can't be like Merry Christmas. They have to be like, wear a mask, you're going to die. You know, like all this like heinous shit and
Dude,
stuff
I
like that.
hate to become British randomly.
Yeah. How do you think I felt?
Yeah, this is another strike in the war on Christmas.
Yeah. Anyway, did you feel like this Christmas was Christmas, or was it just sort of like a slog for you too?
It was very different. At the time we were not in like a full lock. At the time we were not in a full lockdown, so my partner's
So you had a party.
family-
You had a party with a dozen people and fucked them.
No, yeah, and I licked all the
Luke, you
doorknobs.
fucked a dozen people?
Luke?
No, I spent it with my partner's family because they were in my bubble, and it was my first
My
Christmas
partner's
with
family?
His partner's family.
Oh, okay, go on.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
This is my first Christmas without like
Just say Spider-Man's family.
Smart ass.
Go on, Luke. Shut the fuck up and keep talking.
No, that's it. I just spent it with my partner's family, and it was a change of pace.
Are they slow?
Are they slow?
Yeah, he said it's a change of pace. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, what's going on? What's the pace
Wait,
like?
didn't you like spend it with Drew then? Because Drew's dating your girlfriend's sister? Am I allowed to say that
Yeah.
on this podcast?
It's already been established.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he came over for the afternoon, right? We played Catan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you strip Catan. Then you fucked him.
She thinks it's funny, probably.
Sex is not a joke, Luke.
It is sometimes.
You know, you got me there. It's pretty funny sometimes.
Sex with you.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty damn fun. Wait, what?
It's hard.
Yeah, I bring out my clown nose, go. Oh, dude, that'd be great if you could like bring out like a clown mask and go like.
Why would that be great?
I don't know.
That sounds
change
awful.
of pace. You're having fucking vanilla sex with your same dead-eyed wife every night.
So does that mean when you're wearing the clown makeup, you're doing it slower, change your pace?
No. First of all, it's a clown mask because I don't want to do all this while I'm inside someone. Just like. You're moving a lot, so it's gonna like smudge.
You can do your makeup in your car, right? You can do it while you're fucking.
What does that have to do with what?
Feel like a speed bump?
First of all, I don't equate having sex to being in a car.
Why not? You're driving somewhere.
You're gonna get to a destination? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I brought this up before. I'm naturally desensitized, so I'm like, it's not my destination that matters, it's my partner's. Because I rarely ever climax during sex. Climax during sex.
Gross.
I never too fast, too furious during sex. Yo, on a scale of the Fast and the Furious to Furious 7, how hard do you come?
Hobbs and Shaw.
What do you say, Papa John's?
Hobbs and Shaw, which
Oh,
is
Hobbs
like
and Shaw.
the latest movie, I think.
Really? Wow, I'm jealous, Luke. What about you?
I'd be an ungrateful 8.
All right, Drew.
I mean, a variety. I would say on average, probably 5 or 6.
I'm not gonna lie. When I come specifically, Tokyo Drift.
Does the song play in your head?
I imagine Paul Walker dying.
This is the pinnacle.
Oh, that was tasteful. Anyway,
You sing the Wiz Khalifa song?
are you singing the Wiz Khalifa song?
No, do you sing the Wiz Khalifa song if you're thinking about Paul Walker dying?
The one that was into the Spider-Verse? I feel like we've detached from our conversation to several levels at this point.
Oh my gosh.
How was Christmas for you aside from, fuck! I may have got that dislodged somewhere along the way.
It was excellent. It was a really nice Christmas. But my sad news is that I have Christmas presents waiting for me at my dad's place. Because we couldn't see them. I haven't seen them in months and months.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think the last time I saw them in person was September.
Alright, I got something that's for the round table, just so it's not just Luke and myself just going back and forth with an occasional what the fuck are you talking about from Daryl. Here's one for the whole group, the round table, right? You fucking listening, Luke? Alright, so, when did you stop believing in Santa?
I can answer that one right away. It was when, on a car ride, my brother... I was talking
Hit
about
Santa?
No, I was talking about Christmas.
I can't believe in him if he's dead.
Yeah, he was 16 at the time. I was 14. No, I was probably like 5 or something. I was talking about Christmas.
This was 2 weeks ago.
Talking about Christmas with my mom in the car, and I mentioned Santa or something, and my brother was like, "You still believe in Santa?
Oh,
he's
dick.
not real."
That's such a dick move by your brother, though.
He was like, "You idiot! You believe in Santa?"
Do you have a brother, Daryl?
No.
You're an only child, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you never had like that sort of like fucking idiot of like the older brother, because I feel like the archetype is like older brother, fucking idiot, older sister, oh, you just don't get things. Younger brother, I'm gonna be a piece of shit. Younger sister, wow, you're cool. Like I feel like that's the archetype. Like the only type of sibling, according to the stereotypes that you could get, where it's like a good thing, is like younger sister. Otherwise, they're just going to be a piece of shit the whole time.
Oh, and like the sitcom archetypes of a family.
I'm not even saying sitcom. I'm saying like most media across the board. Like I'm talking like Goosebumps books to like Family Ties. There's a whole range there.
If you're an older brother, this is how you behave.
Yeah. Luke?
I think I just sort of learned over time, but I do have a distinct memory of being maybe 8 or 9, and my brother being like, "I don't know if it's like a Santa Claus. I want to believe in him, but like I don't see any proof." And I remember being in the car and being like, "You have to believe in Santa, because if Santa isn't real, then maybe there's no God."
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was 9 years old.
Oh, it's so brutal though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Daryl?
I don't know. I think I believed it way later than I should have. I think it was like 11 or something.
Okay.
and I was in a music lesson. I was in a piano lesson. And at this point, I was like, he's probably not real, but the adults aren't fessing up. So,
Did you interrogate one of them?
so yeah, I was with my music teacher, and I was like, yeah, I like Santa, this whole Christmas.
You interrogated your music teacher about Santa?
I didn't interrogate her, but I brought it up as like a fun kind of conversation piece. It's
All
like,
right. You're going to be Daryl, right? Daryl, Drew, you're going to be the music teacher. I'm going to be the principal, and Luke, you're going to be the little shit that's hanging around a music class. All right, ready, go. Interrogate, go.
Hey, so anyways, I was thinking, it's like Christmas.
This is
time.
not the action movie opening. Interrogate, go.
Santa Claus, give me the scoop.
Oh my god, Daryl. You're like 11. Why did your voice get so deep?
Because I'm mad and I need answers.
Everyone knows that in good storytelling, the character says, "Wow, you're this many years old."
That's where the goblin comes in.
Yeah, the music teacher is now a goblin. Go.
What do you wish to know, Daryl?
Improv god, Drew.
Give me all that you know about this Saint Nicholas.
More like Saint Dickless. No, wait, I'm the principal, not the little shit. Sorry.
Commit to the bit.
Can I have that line? Because I'm the little shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
More like, no, it's not worth it.
All right, continue.
What have you heard, Daryl? What do you know?
Well, my parents won't tell me nothing, but I've heard from the kids in the schoolyard that Santa Claus is a fake.
Daryl, if you say that out loud, you're going to get in trouble.
By who? It's Santa...
Guys, the school's on fucking fire!
I don't care, I need to get to the bottom of this right now.
Damn it!
No, let me go, let me leave.
Tell me if Santa's real or not. Give me the real deal.
The fire has spread!
There's a fire, I have to get out of here.
Tell me now!
I won't tell you anything.
Then we're gonna die in here!
It spread to my small intestine. 3rd stage. This is not tasteful. I'm gonna leave.
Thank you.
Go on, live for the rest of us. Class, leave. Everybody leave the room.
Tell me, Goblin Teacher. Tell me now!
Okay, Daryl. Here's the truth, and I'm gonna tell it to you straight. This whole Santa Claus thing,
Yeah?
we only do it for the Christmas carols. They're a lot easier to learn than sea shanties.
I knew it. And see, that's where I learned.
Yeah, and then the school burnt to death.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. That was a very cool memory that you had that was very real. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, I survived, though.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
My character
I'm glad you
was
did.
implied.
I wasn't sure if you did or not,
What is that, Luke?
My character was more implied because I was setting the school on fire.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard for you to do this when you're over the phone. My apologies, Luke.
Well, no, that was good. No, I was a big part of it. I was like the what's in the suitcase in Pulp Fiction, you know?
Yeah, because you were yellow.
Yeah.
And, like, dying of COVID, hopefully not.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It sounds like you were just, like, deep in thought and you just came, and it, like, went out of your memory.
No, I was just thinking about jaundice, because you were talking about me being yellow.
It's a depressing train of thought.
Hey, if we're on the YouTube version, I think we can address Drew's the yellow one here. You're pink. And a bust.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, you look distinguished. I look like a manic idiot. I may redo the drawing because I didn't want to look cool. I wanted to look manic, and then, like, now several people have brought it to my attention, like, wow, you made yourself and Daryl look like action heroes. And I was like, no, I wanted to look like the villain, god fucking damn it. And I felt bad. Because, like, I feel like that one asshole who's like, yeah, I drew everybody in 10 seconds, and then there's me, the real hero of this podcast. You know what I mean?
Just did this in my own time, whipped it up.
Yeah, exactly. And it just feels like I'm a piece of shit. Alright, Luke, do you want to stay along for a little bit, or do you want to get going? Your choice.
Yeah, no, why why not? I'll stick around, buddy.
All right, cool. Do you mind if I keep dissecting this post-mortem of Christmas?
Sure.
Did you answer when you stopped believing in Santa?
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
good
you didn't
call,
answer your
dude.
own
I
question.
keep doing that. Thank you very much for keeping me accountable. I don't know if I ever believed, truth be told.
It's like AA.
What'd you say?
It is AA.
Oh, yeah, it is AA. After School
Oh,
Arcade, dumbass. 3, 2, 1. Dumbass! Anyway.
What if I just hung up there?
I don't know if I ever believed in Santa, if I'm gonna be, like, completely honest. My parents did the whole, like, several yards thing where they were just like, yeah, every, like, second gift to me, they address it as Santa. And, like, I remember they kept it up as, like, a playful thing where it could have worked if I believed or not in Santa. Whereas, like, some gifts were just, like, from Santa. And sometimes they just, like, made it cryptic for no fucking reason. I remember one year when my sister got a Harry Potter chess set and I got, a version of Monopoly inspired by the Red Green Show. And... And for the twos, it was like to Paul's sister. And then the from was specifically to my sister, or from Harry. And we were like, there isn't a person in the fucking family named Harry. And then mine was like from Red. And I was like, who the fuck is Red? Like the closest I was when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something like that. And yeah, we opened it up. It was like, oh, it's a reference that we couldn't possibly have gotten until after we opened it. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So there was like nods to it, like clearly not being real. But there was also just sort of like the playful, like, oh, Santa visited us last night, and that's why there's so many presents under the tree. And it was just like, that was the designated day you guys decided to wrap the fucking presents.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I ever really believed in Santa Claus as like a hard, fast, like, thing. But I remember going like, but I was like very like rigorous and shit like that even when I was a child, because I was like, I don't remember hearing Dad come downstairs during the night and the cookies are gone, but we don't have a fireplace.
How
So I
do
was
you
like,
get in?
yeah, I was like weighing different like possible conflating evidence against each other and going like, I'm not sure if this makes sense. And they did that for like the Easter Bunny, where I was like, yep, the Easter Bunny visited last night and shit like that. And again, it was just stuff that you could have like interpreted whether you believed in it or not. And oh, your cat's biting me. You stop that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I never believed in anything but Santa. Like, I never believed in the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy or anything
Really?
like that. It was just Santa.
I probably came closer to believing the Tooth Fairy than Santa, truth
Really?
be told. Yeah. Because like there was money under my own pillow. And it was like, I went to bed with the tooth still there. And I woke up with money there. And I was like, witchcraft! And I was like, well, this is more evidence than I ever got for fucking Santa and shit like that. And yeah, that's just basically, I was just like cautious. I was like, there is the possibility. It's kind of
You
like
were
how
hyper vigilant.
Nice. It's probably how I view, like, God to this day, where it's like, I don't see anything that has convinced me and, like, changed my mind. If something came along, I am prepared to change my status. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's my view on, like, religion and God in a fucking nutshell. Or nutcase, if you will, because it's me. But yeah, Santa just sort of like, you know what I mean?
But, like, during the time being, you were going to get those presents and enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to come from my parents and, like, be said to be from Santa, or just come from my parents either way.
Fair. I do
don't
like the idea of young Paul watching somebody make a bike out of duct tape, though.
Yeah, I love the Red Green Show. It was really fucking cool. Yeah,
My dad show. He loved that so much.
I feel like it's a show for, like, dads. I think that the tagline of the show is, like, if the ladies don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. That's, like, the show for dads. Not even just, like, young men. Dads.
I'm a man. I
Yeah.
can change if
I have to, I guess. Oh, I love that. Fun fact, my dad and I used to participate in the man's prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever it came on TV, it was like my favorite part of the week for like a sad portion of my life. I was like, yeah, here we go, bow your heads for the man's prayer. And then like my dad and I like stood up back when he still had like legs capable to do that. and we just like bowed our heads and we both said like 3, 2, 1, I'm a man, but I can change if I have to. I guess. Holy shit, Drew, you heard it.
I've
once.
seen like 3 episodes of
You
the Red
heard it
Green
from
Show.
us now.
I have-
Yes, and Jesus Christ.
But what if I fucked it up?
What if? That's all improv.
I'd be so embarrassed.
What do you mean, what if you fuck it up? That's like a weird paranoia for an improviser to have.
I'm not going on stage. You can't make me do it.
What if I fuck up?
I'm gonna be a tree.
You can't fuck up being a tree. This scene happens in the desert. Damn it!
I'm a cactus.
Cactus aren't trees.
Yeah, but I'm improvising.
Nice. Nice. See, you can do it. Fuck you. Yeah, now parents are just sort of like bored around Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Now they're not like in the magic of like, oh, maybe it's Santa. They're just sort of like, it's Christmas.
Gotta see the in-laws again.
Yeah. Does it ever feel weird when you're like, now that we're all in our like mid-20s, does it ever feel weird that parents are still like
all
giving
of
you...
us.
You're 30! You're 30! You're 30, Daryl! You old bitch!
Yeah.
Sweet, dude.
Anyway, where were you?
Do you ever feel weird now that most of us are in our late 20s, or fuck, our mid 20s, and one of us is beyond, that like parents still get you gifts, and they also make like a hassle about getting you gifts, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get you like these things you better look at. Do you ever feel like you want to go like, come on, mom and dad, stop?
I mean, I've been pretty open about not liking gifts.
So have I. They still get them for me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I got a story. I'm putting a pin in that.
Okay, put a pin in that. Like, I don't like the implied responsibility of like Christmas and all that stuff. Like, it's nice to get gifts or whatever, but the implied responsibility of having to get somebody a gift and then they're like, oh, you don't have to get me anything. And it's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know, or I'll feel bad like in myself. But I do kind of like getting gifts for Christmas now, because when you're a kid, you kind of like, you don't have to get gifts when you're a kid from your parents or whatever for Christmas. There's no like, you're not a bad parent if you don't do it. But like, there's more of a pressure to do it than to give a 25-year-old a gift. So it feels more generous now than it did when I was younger.
I guess. It feels more like unneeded though, too. So I just feel guilty.
That's like almost the definition of generosity.
It just makes me feel guilty. I frankly don't want this. And to that end, I also just don't want this because
well,
sometimes...
if they're shitty gifts, then yeah.
My favorite story about Christmas is that my parents asked me point blank, what do you want? Could you give us like a list of the things that you'd be interested in? And I basically gave like a thematic thing where it was like, get me something that I wouldn't have expected to be into because I want to expand my horizons in 2021 because I gotta do fucking something while under lockdown. And I specifically said the one thing I do not want is clothes. And I specifically said the word want. And I was like, because I buy my own clothes, I like the fact that I buy my own clothes. And also, I have like a surplus of clothes as it is, and I don't know how to fit them into my fucking drawers. Because like, I got hand-me-downs when I was like in high school, and quite frankly, apart from like growing maybe slightly up by a few inches, I haven't fucking grown since.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
I'm still a men's small. And what does my dad do? He gets me socks and a hoodie. And he, to this day, is bummed out that I haven't worn it yet. And I was like, Dad, I have an email. I sent it to him via email saying, please don't get me clothes.
You have the
I have
receipts.
everything. Yeah.
You did say you wanted things you could get into, so...
Ha, 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 ha. You know what? On three, Daryl, Luke, and I, we're going to sing Silent Night. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Silent night. Holy night, all is clear, all is bright. Luke, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Luke, Luke, Luke and Luke and Luke. Luke and Luke, Luke.
I'm sure this turned out great with the delay. Like, my brother and I try to figure out harmonies over the phone, and it fucking sucks because we can't match up.
Do you feel that guilt that we were talking about? You and your brother probably have some like strong opinions. I mean, like, I've seen your dad before. He looks out of touch with Christmas presents. Like, I got you this thing, and meanwhile he got you like a tire.
No, we exchange lists. Like, it's a tradition to exchange lists. It's usually like it's a thing of like to make a list longer than of things that you want, so that we have options, and even just giving ideas of like what you're interested in at the time. So I had like maybe 30 books on my list. And
30
yeah.
books? Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't a great Christmas. Last year I got 31 books. You know what I'm saying? My name's Luke. Fuck the pool.
I only get like 2 or 3.
Oh no, only 3 books. Some kids are starving in Canada.
Yeah.
And they could eat those books.
They could eat those books. They could burn them for warmth. And quite frankly, if it's a copy of Maps of Meaning by Jordan Peterson, they should. Oh, hey.
Here at After School Arcade, we endorse burning books.
I'll either buy Jordan Peterson or like Ben Shapiro or one of those fucking assholes. Yeah, speaking of celebrities, there's someone we haven't mentioned on this podcast. This better be everyone, goddammit. 3, 2, 1. Regis Philbin. All right, quota done. Let's move on.
Very good.
Daryl, you're the oldest out of all of us. Perhaps you have like, has it compounded more where it's like, it's weird getting gifts from your parents, or has it like settled at this point? And I don't mean like weird getting gifts like, you should never do that, but like it feels weirder than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's more of a transaction now. So now it's more just like, you know, they check in with me, I check in with them. Okay, what do you want? What do you need? All right, okay, I'll get that.
Man, does everyone just ask point blank what people want at this point? Have we asked you yet, Drew?
Yeah, I've got
Okay. Did you say list as well? Like you said,
I didn't talk about the list, but yeah, I generally get asked for lists. Yeah,
Dude,
it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, part of the enjoyment of Christmas is like I have no idea what I'm gonna get. And truth be told, I like specifically did not want to get my parents a list, even if they insisted on getting me something, which I frankly didn't even want in the first place. I'll be quite frank, because I don't know, it makes me too uncomfortable to get gifts and shit like that.
My the way I've been doing gifts or lists recently is asking for like a type of thing.
Yeah,
so
theme.
like
Yeah, that's what I did too. But even then, like
yeah, but like D&D stuff, and then I got like a bag for like carrying books and minis and stuff, which I
Milk,
would have
yeah.
never gotten for myself. So that kind of stuff is good.
Yeah.
And milk, yeah.
Yeah, milk in a bag. You sounded like you were going to say something there, Daryl.
I did.
There's a sharp
Go ahead.
inhale.
Daryl, 2% or homo?
I don't like milk.
Wait, hold on.
You can drink it now, though, which is why I'm cornering it. I'm pinning you to the wall, and I'm like smelling your neck. It smells good.
Kinky.
Yeah. Well, why does that involve milk? Why are you smelling my neck? Do I put milk on my neck? Do people put milk on their neck?
You got
I
a milk bath, yeah.
Have you ever
milk?
done that?
I've never had a milk bath.
milk?
Liar. Luke.
What do you mean liar?
Luke, you ever had a milk bath?
I've put you in milk
No, I'm
before.
not a pharaoh.
Liar. Daryl, have you ever had a milk bath?
Oh, hell fucking no.
I believe you because you thought you were lactose intolerant. But otherwise, if you weren't, I'd call you a liar.
Okay, well, maybe if you know you were like cutting peppers or something, and like they're hot peppers, and you have like spiciness on your fingers,
And then you rub it all over your body. You need to take a milk bath.
Yeah,
What
maybe
is
you
happening?
need.
Why
to
are you rubbing it all over your body though? Are you having sex immediately after cutting peppers?
Well, that's the thing.
Then the other person has to have a milk bath, and then it's a cum bath. You
What?
can't tell the difference.
What? Why is it if one person is in there, it's a milk bath, but if it's two people, it's a cum bath?
Does that not happen to? Let's move on.
That's a funny that's a funny thing to imagine though, a lactose intolerant person getting in a milk bath and being like, oh, I gotta shit right now.
Then it's a choco milk. Ew. I don't think it happens through their skin. I'm pretty sure it's like a digestive thing. I don't think if milk comes into contact with your skin, you shit. I've definitely rubbed
Daryl?
Cheez-Its on Daryl's. Well, then again, he wasn't lactose intolerant. Man, this is just like it's a never-ending spiral.
I know. The things you learn when you find out you're not what you thought you were.
Yeah. All right, Luke, close your arguments because I gotta imagine Drew's arm is getting tired. He's holding it like a baby.
Okay. Well, in closing, I think we should pull out of all the country and love one another.
A second point
And-
out.
Do we have a third? Do we have a third here?
A third argument.
Wow, Drew, he wants to stay in Sedan. I don't know if we're in Sedan, but it's a nice car. Go on.
Oh, is that what? I'm for pulling out in general.
Yeah, I was trying to turn it away from sex, but we can talk. Yo, Drew, when's the last time you got piped?
That I got piped.
Yeah.
It's no longer laying pipe, it's just pipe.
Yeah. That was gross. I remember when I still remember the first time Luke said, lay pipe, and he did like that hand motion, like golly gee, and I got disgusted.
I'm doing it. You can't see it over the phone.
Ugh, hang up. We love you, Luke.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
Luke.
night.
Thanks for joining.
Piece of shit, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, when's the last...
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, Dirk. When's the last time you got piped?
The last time, it would have been about a week ago, I want to say.
Golf clap. That's worthy of a golf clap right there.
Yeah.
It's so weird, and I've said this like 3 times already, but I'm pretending like I'm saying it for the first time because it's a good point to make on the podcast. It's so weird how when we started this podcast, Daryl and I were like, we're the sex fiends.
Yeah. Oh, my second threesome.
Yeah, exactly. And then like Luke and you were like, wow, sex? What's that? A type of cake? And then like now flash forward to this point when like Daryl and I don't have like consistent like romantic partners, so we haven't had anyone specifically to quarantine with, so we're not having sex. Meanwhile, you and Luke are probably boning it up every week on the week with your respective partners. And it's like weird how like the tables have turned.
We can only do it once a week, so we do it on Monday, so we can do it right away.
Yeah, that's called the model of efficiency. It's Taylorism, but sex.
Let me pencil you in.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't that fucking weird?
What, being penciled in for sex?
No, that there's a changing of the tides. The tables have turned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is weird. I mean, like, it makes sense, though. Like, if you live, not necessarily a promiscuous lifestyle where you're having sex with, like, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But a more
Monogamous.
disconnected
Oh, okay.
lifestyle from the person you're having sex with. That if anything were to drive a wedge between that, it would be a lot more successful.
Maybe you don't know me. I'm a cool kid. I'm always disconnected from the person I'm having sex with. Okay, did I ever tell you guys about the time that I got I got detention for sneezing during the national anthem?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I was like in like grade 2 or something like that.
Speaking of peach balls, remember that time?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is yet another like adventure of like, let's see what got Paul in deep shit while Daryl slams heads. Meanwhile,
And got away with it.
yup. So I sneezed once during the national anthem. We were in like one of those like really small hippie dippy schools. So not only did we stand for the national anthem, we all gathered in the same room.
Oh my god.
It was a school full of 60 people. It wasn't that tough.
Right, but still.
Yeah, we all gathered in like the grade 2-3 classroom because there was like grade K1, grade 2-3, grade 4-5, and then there was like the library, and those are like the 4 rooms of the school. There was like an office, an upstairs office for where like they had their lunches, and then like a library. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, and then like a pipes room, and that's about it.
The pipes room.
Where they do like the heating and the cooling and the. Anyway,
Okay.
this didn't take place.
Macarena.
This didn't take place in the Piper. Anyway, so we all gathered in the 2-3 room. Not too tough for me. I was in grade 2 at the time. I don't know why that's a relevant detail. Anyway,
You didn't have to go anywhere.
so we all stood for the national anthem. Some of us put our hands on our chest if we felt like we were getting into it, and we sang. There was a lot of emphasis on fucking singing at that school. Like, we had an assembly every week where we all gathered in the 2-3 room again, and we would sing songs. Like, we'd all pass around, like, little books with songs. And what's cool is that they weren't like, God is great, God is good, I probably believe in him, but not in 10 years. It wasn't anything like that. It was, like, from past school plays. So it was almost like keeping the nostalgia of, like, the school alive.
Keeping the hype real.
Yeah, like, one year we did, like, Rumpelstiltskin, and there were, like, a bunch of songs from that, and, like, there were songs like It's the Latest Thing. We also did an offshoot of Fame one year. So Fame was one of the fucking songs. That was a baller to sing when we were in, like, grade 4 or 5. My Father's Dragon. And then in previous years, there was, like, fucking Home Alone. So it was Somewhere in My Memories. And that was, like, that's really cool to hear a room full of 60 kids singing it.
Yeah, we always sang donkey riding and stuff like that.
Donkey riding.
Yeah. Way, hey, and away you go. Donkey riding, way, hey, and away you go.
Donkey
Riding on a
donkey riding, hey, hey, wherever you go. Donkey riding, hey, hey, wherever you go. Your school's
Riding
weird.
on a donkey.
Anyway, yeah, so we're gathered, we're singing the national anthem, right? I feel my nose twitch. I'm like, oh no. So I'm just like, oh no, it's a coming. And I can feel it. You know when like a sneeze is bigger, you know what I mean? Especially when you're a kid, when like everything's crustier and gooier. Maybe like when we're older, we're like taller, but the rate of phlegm you have is still the exact same when we're like
So
the
it's, like,
amount
more
of phlegm.
concentrated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the amount of phlegm you have is the same when you're a kid as when you're an adult. So like there's more of it for less body, just by relativity. Einstein was right. Anyway, so yeah, I can feel it coming, and it's gonna be a big one, right? And I let a big one rip, and it kind of went out my mouth too. Like it's one of those things where you're like, right? So it basically sounds like that. And the teachers thought I was disrespecting the country because it happened in perfect timing where it was like, our home and native land. So the teachers...
home and native land? Yeah, whatever. Fuck this country.
So the grade 4 or 5 teacher gives me like the stinky eye. You know, like when you look at like a penny and Abraham Lincoln's giving you like the side eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nice reference.
Thanks. Yeah, he was still staring ahead, but he was like giving me the Abraham Lincoln eye. He was just like, You know what I'm saying? And then, like, after it was done, he, like, took me away. He didn't ask any of the other teachers. He didn't make a stink about it. He, like, grabbed me and, like, went into the hallway and was like...
Took matters into his own hands.
It's because I already had a reputation for being a little shit. We already know that time that I was in kindergarten and, like, I stripped naked and I was running around the playground. Sing along if you know the words.
Hooting and hollering and slapping my own ass.
And I was just running around all hunky-dory. And yeah, all that stuff. Like, that wasn't just a one-off event. I think I even, like, mooned my class once when I was in kindergarten.
Nice. You were a problem child.
It's because... Alright, you want to know the real answer
Break
that I
it down
don't think
for
I've
me.
delved into before?
Break it down for me.
I legitimately think that in my 7-year-old mind, I was like, and I don't have a better word for this, horny. And as a 7-year-old, I have no clue what horny is.
Right.
But all I know is that it, like, increases with being naked. So I was like, yeah, because I remember, like...
Let me amplify this.
I remember my teacher was, like, reading a book. And... and I remember just going, like, I really fucking want to do this. Yup, I'm doing it. And I took my pants off and, like, mooned the class. I was like sitting, I was like, and then woo, to the entire class. No reason, no look at me, no nothing or anything like that.
You're just supposed to be like doing work or reading or...
I have no idea how I got that. I remember being turned around by this point. I don't know why the teacher didn't stop me. Like, I had to undo the thing. And we're stupid when we're kids. We can't do our own clothing. You know how, like,
Yeah,
takes
it
you,
takes
like,
a while.
3 minutes? Yeah. So I was like undoing the button, the moon, and like I remember the most attractive girl in class. She's with someone else now. How's it going? Fuck!
I would assume she's not with you.
She is not with me, no. She was the first one to go like, oh my god, look at Paul! I have no clue whether she was disgusted or if she was like the brass balls on that guy staring at my fucking baby dick going, yeah, that's a baby dick, but those are some like 12-pound balls, baby girl. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Those are some heavy peaches.
Yeah, and in hindsight, it makes a lot of sense that I got bullied a shit ton in that school because I was known as the kid that did that when I was in fucking kindergarten.
And it's basically a small town type school, so everybody knows everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody knew that I did that. Especially since, like, while teachers and parents were over, I was hooting and hollering, slapping my own ass in another situation. Mm-hmm. So I think they just took from that, like, gleaned from that, like, he's the type to mourn people. He definitely farted during the national anthem out his mouth on purpose.
Honestly, the more I hear about the story, the more I understand their perspective.
Yeah, no, I understand their perspective, but I just remember, like, going, I sneezed, and he's like, you really think I buy that, Paul? Like, I'd love to portray them as unreasonable. They were not. They were fucking not. So yeah, I got fucking detention. And what's weird is that, like, I don't even think I got detention from the mooning thing. I think my teachers recognized this is a real problem, as opposed to, like, he's acting out, we need to give him detention for this shit. But yeah, I remember, like, everything being, like, a really... I almost got expelled from that school. From, like, not the sneezing incident.
Probably from...
Other shit, yeah, every single other thing I did. I was a problem child until I was, like, 19, to be honest. I know you hate acronyms.
Only when they're said out loud.
Well, I just said it out loud. Yeah, that's... I understand why my teachers, when I was in primary school, were like, you fucking faggot. Just... Those words exactly. And the prophecy came true.
And now you've proclaimed them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've reclaimed stripping, and I've reclaimed being a faggot. Separate, like, you know, respectively. They're different disciplines.
Right.
They're not interrelated, even.
Disciplines?
Yeah.
Like being a F word.
What word? What word, Daryl?
I don't know. I can't swear.
Ah.
So, you know, I can't say it.
Well then I guess I don't know what you're saying, Daryl.
No, you know the F thing.
And being a fuck!
No,
That's a swear.
No.
I'm sorry, I swore. Cut that out, me. Replace it with Daryl's fuck.
Much better.
There we go.
You know.
I like how you're like, I can't swear on the podcast and we're censoring with your fuck.
I'm trying to be a better person. I feel like I've been a little bit too, you know, on the
Edgy
outside,
side?
on the edgies.
Yeah. I feel like I've been like too like angry for a laugh, especially under quarantine. Like maybe not with you guys because we just like when I'm doing it, it's very easily seeable that I'm doing a bit. But like when I'm like playing Among Us with friends or something like that, and like I'm like, it's fucking not me, it's you stupid idiot. Like I feel like there's a couple of people that are occasionally just sort of like, easy there, Paul.
Is he raging? Or...
Yeah, exactly. And they don't know that it's like a bit. And to be honest, when you do
XQC
something.
in here.
Nice reference. I hate that streamer. When you do something enough, you start to question, is this a bit or not, you know?
That's fair, yeah. Like, when you do it on instinct after doing it as a bit so long, and you're like, whoa, that was weird.
Is your edginess on instinct, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
fair.
It comes out, and it's like, what? Where did that come from?
I think COVID's partly to blame for that, too, because you're not getting, like, the constant social reminders of, like, etiquette and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely true, yeah. Having other people to bounce your ideas off of, you realize, well, you know, what I thought was definitely reasonable in my mind sounds kind of racist when I talk to somebody.
Yeah. And also, like, new people, like, you cleanse your palate every time. I'll say the faggot word. I'm not sure if I'd say it in an opening statement to a stranger, you know? And because we're being robbed of those situations where we're around new people, we don't sort of get that soft reset that happens. Because I feel like if you soft reset enough times, it becomes ingrained, yeah, don't say the faggot word in front of Mrs. Anderson who bags your groceries. But if you're not around... Okay, that's a bad example because you're still going to be around people that bag groceries. Don't say the faggot word around Mrs. Anderson who's at your local country club. Relatable content. And,
yeah, definitely reachable.
And like, if you're not seeing Mrs. Anderson at that country club, you're just like, the faggot word, to like your friends or whatever. And even if like they're the type of people in your friends that like don't call that out and don't like check your ideas, bounce your ideas off you, as you said. Like even if you're bouncing your ideas, but everyone in your circle decides, yeah, making fun of Serbians is okay or something like that. You forget that like you don't forget, but you subconsciously forget.
Yeah, well, you have to be reminded, right? And it's, you know, that social part of it is not reminding you, so you have to do the work yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. Stop talking so much, Drew, you fucking jerk.
Is this a bit? Is this a bit right now?
Are you doing a bit?
maybe.
Are you
doing
being
a bit?
Are you trying to make laughs?
I'm being a bit.
Trying to be funny?
Did
You think
anyone
you're-
laugh? Did
you
anyone laugh?
Paul,
You think you're funny, Paul?
What did Drew do to you?
Oh my god, Mrs. Anderson at the country club, I miss you. You ever been to a country club?
Oh, no.
Oh no!
That was like the most emotion you've shown on this podcast. I'm not saying this episode, I'm saying this podcast.
Yeah, there's nothing more.
I think technically I worked at a country club.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it-
you
it was a
like cooked
golfing
peas at a golf course.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
golf and country club. So I've been there many times.
What were the people there like? Probably terrible, right?
I mean, it was like a family run. It wasn't like a fancy country club. So
It's still a country club.
yeah.
You don't say, honey, let's go to a country club without being a piece of shit inherently.
I will say, and you can, draw whatever you want from this.
I'll
They
draw a horse.
Exclusively hired female waitresses.
Really?
So you know, if there's a little bit of a clientele.
Family-owned country club golf course Hooters. Were they all busty?
Not like breaking
Not like Hooters
necklines
levels?
away, but yeah.
Not like breaking peaches, you know what I'm saying?
Breaking necklines away? What's busty to you, dude? I consider busty to be anything in like C cup or bigger.
I bailed
Porn
on
has warped your mind.
apparently. Yeah. I'm trying to like respectively picture my ex-coworker's breasts, and I'm having a difficulty doing it.
Can I say, breasts are the fucking best. They're fucking good. You know what I'm saying, Daryl?
I have no comment.
What, really? You're gonna fucking throw me under the bus on this one?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say whether I like breasts or not.
Do you?
It's none of your business.
You've talked about threesomes on this.
I know, but listen, man, you know, you're getting into the specifics about what I like generally. Specifically, I decline.
Do you like them now?
Well, generally, yes.
Alright, sweet. Drew, do you like breasts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Breasts, ass, or what's like the third category that would be like reasonable? Because like
Lips.
wow. I was gonna go hips to be honest with you guys.
I mean, hips are different than ass, but like I kind of.
Tell you what, this is a better thing. What's the best part on the human body for like sensual pleasures? Not even explicitly sexual, but sensual pleasures.
Like touch-wise or like looking at, like, what do you mean?
Like, if just like the thing you prefer, if you were to like look at a naked image of someone and they could have the perfect, what's the in that?
For me, and it's been like this for a while, it's hair, but specifically on the head. I don't want to like.
Ooh, would you fuck me if you were gay?
Your hair's alright.
What do you mean alright? It's great.
Your hair's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
But
Your hair's pretty good too.
I don't even have like a specific preference. Like
Your hair
I don't
actually
know.
ain't that bad. His hair
I
ain't
know.
that bad.
I don't know what I like in hair. I just know that like
You like golfing? Sorry.
nice hair is like nice for me.
Yeah. All right. Daryl,
No,
is this more respectful than the boobs question?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you genuinely not want to answer these?
No, that's okay. It's
Okay.
The part of
Welcome to the real podcast.
the part of the body changes with, you know.
There are tears in
the
Daryl's
person's.
eyes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Make it real. Make it real.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Let's make it real. Why doesn't this work?
It's probably got a switch.
Is that water?
It's a safety clip for the cat.
What the fuck?
Oh man.
There you go, tears. Go on. Oh no, the manual.
What do I like the most? I like the backside of somebody.
Like their
Backside?
back or their ass.
It could be both.
Dude,
but
shoulder
it doesn't-
blades on a person? That could.
That's true,
Sorry,
yeah.
is this shoulder blades?
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole part. You know, it could be the ass. It could be, you know, just seeing like a strong spinal column.
You're straight, yeah?
Yes.
Do you like muscular girls?
I don't mind them.
All right.
If there's too much, if they're bodybuilder muscular, it's a little bit of a turnoff. But it's not necessarily a deal breaker.
Okay. That's fair. For me, I think like, yeah, guilty. I'm a breast guy. But I think it's a tie between breasts and hips. I really fucking like hips. I don't know why. There's something about like the artistic completion. You know what I'm saying? And also like, this is gonna sound weird, right? But like, I work and live with people of all shapes and sizes who have like small breasts, big lips, small lips, like legs, etc., etc. And I'd say the most uncommon trait that you'd find in someone that is sexually attractive is them having noticeably big hips. So when that happens, it's like an almost separator from like, these are the people in my life. Like, someone in my life who I don't view sexually could have large breasts. But usually in all cases but one, all the people I've known in my life who have like noticeably like nice hips and stuff like that have been in a sexual relationship with me or I viewed in a sexual fashion.
Rip that one.
I mean, it's in a situation where it would not have been good to... They were my teacher. I did not see my teacher sexually, believe it or not.
But you did have a picture of them licking a popsicle.
No, fuck! Fuck, I can't say his name! No, a guy in my class did. And he was like, dude, he kept it in his porn folder.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest shit. You have a weirdly good memory for that kind of stuff, don't you?
I know. Just these little tidbits of things. Ask me about a movie, I don't remember.
I was about to say, you can't shit on me for remembering Bridges of Madison County when, like, you have the fact that, like, one of my acquaintances had a picture of one of his teachers eating a popsicle in a porn folder on his phone once upon a time.
Don't say once upon a time. It might still be there.
I hope not! God, she could have died of old age by now. Probably
no.
not. It's only been like 10 years since I was in high school.
less-
Dear God.
It's less creepy now. They're closer in age.
It's been like 10 years since we've been in a high school. More for some of us.
Been in a high school or been to high school?
Same thing.
Is it?
When was the last time you were in a high school?
I've been in an elementary school more recently.
I
than
didn't
I've been
say
in
an
a high
elementary school, my friend. I said a high school.
You're not wrong. Honestly, probably since high school.
Oh, neat.
I don't think I've been since.
When's the last time you were in a high school?
I have no reason to go to a high school, ever.
That doesn't answer my question.
Well, you see, there are a lot of different variables when you come into an high school.
To make a long story short, 2 weeks ago.
Beginning of January.
Which would have been okay because no one would have been at school. Because A, it's winter break, and B, they're all at home doing Zoom meetings.
That's right.
Zoom.
So maybe you could just like go into an elementary school because even if you get arrested, it's the one time people are gonna not accuse you of like wanting to do terrible things to kids.
Yeah, but, they always assume the worst thing about some lonely single man in high school. Doesn't matter when it is.
Are you lonely?
No,
you kind of betrayed yourself there.
Well,
People are going to be really suspicious of some unhygienic single man, and it's like, you don't smell bad. What are you talking about?
They're just gonna pile the things on me if I were caught. But I wouldn't be caught because I wouldn't be caught dead in a high school.
Have I ever told you the Princess Diana joke? He kind of gave away the punchline, but what's the difference between a Mercedes-Benz and a Porsche?
Oh.
Princess Di wouldn't be caught dead in a Porsche.
Got her.
Well, so did the wall. Anyway.
It's hard to tell if that was what got her.
Wait, do you think it's a CIA?
I think it was.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
I think it was the Hell's Angels. I think they were hired.
Is that even a theory, or is that just something you pulled out of your ass?
No, apparently she went underneath a bridge. I'm old enough. I remember this. Okay. She went under a bridge in this motorcade. She came, the motorcade came out, and then, a bunch of bikes.
Did you have a 9/11 moment with Princess Di?
Where were you when Princess Di died?
Like, did you, like, witness were you, like, old enough to cognitively witness what was happening, and you, like, witnessed it on the television?
Yeah, I remember it. It was like 97, I think it was.
Probably, yeah.
Before 2000. I know that.
And you would have been 5 years old than... I think you're 5 years older than me.
Yep, so I've been like 7 or 10 or something.
That's a wide gap, dude. 7 or 10.
I don't know when it happened. If it was 97, then I was probably 7.
Were you born in 1990?
Yeah.
Why'd you say 10?
I guess... Listen, man, I'm not sure when it happened. I think it was 1997. It could be 99.
That is fair.
But in any case, there are some conspiracy theories.
Alright. I think we should, like, at least give the viewers, like, a chance to, like, I don't know, witness the next episode before they die of old age.
Fair enough.
Let them get on with their life.
Thank you all. I just want to say for the record, I don't think we say this enough. Thank you all, especially those that have tuned into the last of the episode. Thanks for, like, tuning into us and, like, listening to our stuff and actually being an active listener month after month after month. The fact that we have regular listeners when we're not doing the thing this podcast was used to, like, supplement is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
You're the real deal.
Yeah.
Don't you forget it out there, listener.
I have no clue who our listeners are because apparently most of our audience, as in over half, is in the United States.
Yeah,
So, like,
it is kind of wild, like, talking to people about the podcast, like, in real life, and trying to describe what it's about because we're not doing improv anymore.
Yeah.
So the fact that some people are still interested in that is pretty cool.
But what is it about? Our podcast is literally everything.
Yeah, no. I'd say that, like, the best way to describe it is, like, how improvisers communicate with each other. Because we do like jokey sketches, but we can't call it an improv podcast.
Right.
But it's basically how we talk with each other and make fun conversations and stuff like that. And like before this podcast, when like the earlier days of After School Arcade, and also Paul and Luke, the other troupe, I guess I should specify, not just people named Paul and Luke. It was a troupe called Paul and Luke. Half of the show used to be us sitting in chairs and talking to each other, and people still found that entertaining some fucking how. So this is just like an online version of that, Ben.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Just with less audience interaction.
Yeah, less audience. Yeah, fuck you guys. Anyway, this has been Tweet
Andrew.
And Daryl.
and Luke somewhat. We'll return next week when Luke doesn't die of... Oh, I can't say that. What if he has COVID?
That's gonna be really sad.
Yeah. Tune in to the exciting conclusion. Does Luke have COVID?
Leave him on a cliffhanger.